Hello, guys, and welcome to the concept walkthrough for this system that, well, at the moment when I'm recording this video is called Premium Discount Fibs, but I'll probably give it another name. You could always find the link at the bottom of the video to go to the system website. But the concept is actually pretty easy, but the system actually pretty hard to code. And like in this video, I'll show the concept and I'll also show what else you can try here. Okay, because obviously there's stuff that that you can still try, and it does show pretty good results. I'm currently looking at NQ, like a year of data on 30 minutes. Okay, and you can find more. So imagine this. Let's imagine and I'm gonna draw pivots like this. Okay, so we have a higher high, and another higher high. Okay, and then we have a lower high, and then let's imagine suddenly we have a lower low. So we can say that because this lower low occurred, okay, we can say that the market is gonna go down, right? And there's some sort of liquidity pool here, okay. And what we do in this system, right, is we measure this when the moment we get this lower low. Like, let's imagine this is somewhere here, okay. We draw this range here, okay, and we say, okay, if the market is still somewhere down here, right, we want to short at limit price somewhere here. And let's say this is 70% or whatever fib level, okay? 73.65, okay? 64%. It doesn't matter. This is a variable. You can set it whatever. So, and if we do enter, our profit target is going to be slightly below this level, and our stop is going to be slightly above this level. Okay. Now, whatever percent, right? So this is also a percentage of the range. Okay, this is also a percentage of the range. So this could be like 110%, and this could be minus 10% or whatever, whichever way you look at it. Okay. So what happens next is the market goes here, we get filled, and then either stop or profit, or the market does not touch this level and just goes like this. Okay, so in this case, if it goes like this, there are two options. In the current system, this will just cancel your orders. It'll cancel this order. However, you can add a rule that if it does this, you can actually enter short, breakout, market. Okay, but that's something different. Okay, this system, I'm just giving you ideas on how to extend this if you want to, because this is a really cool concept. It's a really creative approach to trading. Now, what else is done? So this can be 1, 2, 3, or whatever, right? And then you suddenly get this lower low, which is going to be a negative. So this could be like, I don't know, 1, 2, and then -1. Now, so the market can do this after the third, the second, or the first. And this is actually a variable in the system as well. So you can actually select after how many pivots up, right, we get a lower low, right? So I don't know, you can say like 10. So if I get like 10 higher highs in a row, right, and then suddenly I get a lower low, I want to do this. So you can play around with the probability here, and you can also set 0, which will just do the first one, right? So the first one will occur, then you get a lower low, straight after that, and that's it, you're in. It gives you the most trades that way. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, or 3. It has to be greater than 1, 2, or 3, or etc. Right? So so this is the same. This was for the long side, and I'm going to draw this for the short side as well because it's confusing. So for the short side, right? So we're getting lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and then suddenly there's like a higher high, right? Higher high. So this is a lower high, right? This is a lower high. Okay. So once this occurs, we draw these levels, right? And same stuff, right? So our long entry is going to be a retracement back to whatever, okay? Our profit target is going to be slightly above here, and our stop is going to be slightly above here, okay? So this was the conceptual video. Now, a few things to say, what else you could actually add, okay? So remember I said that, so this is a higher high, this is a higher high, this is a higher high, and then suddenly we get a lower low. Like this is a lower high, higher low, yeah. Okay, so you can see that we're using these as the masters, so they're going up, right? But you can, you can fiddle around with this, and you can actually say that, hey, you want both of them to be going up, right? You want to have a series of lower lows going up as well before having a lower low, etc., 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 right? So you can actually fiddle around with these rules and maybe even try and optimize them, right? But the framework, I'm not sure how much edge that's going to give you, right? But it's pretty endless in terms of this stuff, okay? So I'm going to show you a few trades, okay? And as you can see the settings right here, this is the entry order percent. I'm actually going to refer back to this so let's go and look at some shorts, okay? So this is 1, 2, 3 higher high, and this is the first lower low after a higher low, okay? Okay. So I'm sorry, let me draw this cleaner actually, okay? So okay, it's higher high, and then there's suddenly a lower low. So this is the lower low, this is the last higher high, okay? And these are the levels, and this is our profit target. This is our, sorry, that's our stop loss, and this is our profit target, and this is our entry level, okay? So now, so the entry order percent is basically this, right? So if you put 70% here, okay, then obviously it'll be 70% of the range. Now your direction, I think we're looking at short now. Okay, so let's look at our short only. And trend size, that's actually how many higher highs you want to see. So this is higher high 1, 2, how many you want to see before going up, before using this setup. Position size, stop order percent, profit order percent. So these are the percentages for these two levels here, okay? And there's also one more setting. So hill size bars and minimum drop size bars, okay, guys? This is the, if you go to NC zigzag or pivot detector, this is all there, okay? I'm actually using one of my pivot detection algorithms in this strategy, but it's just a light version of it. It's coded inside. So hill size bars and minimum drop size is how we detect pivots, right? When hill size is 1, that means we want to have a single bar around the pivot, okay, and the minimum drop size is this distance here from the high to the highs around it, the minimum distance required. So if you, for example, if you set hill size to 2, then your pivot has to be like this. So 2 bars on the side with the minimum drop size to the highest one of them of whatever you set here in points. So show info will actually draw these info lines, okay? So let's have a look at a few trades. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. So this is a short, and as you can see, trend size is 2 here, right? So if we open up the data box, which has been open already actually, so you can see that it was actually a series of higher highs right here. So this is probably already like, if you go to higher high here, this is like the 5th one. So I think 5, 4, 3, is this higher? Yeah, 2, 1, right? So it seems that it started somewhere down here. So this was like the first one. This is actually the last one in the series. This is the first one. You can see a higher high number here. So 1, this is the second one. So when this bar closed, because our hill size is 1, so when this bar closed, we found out this was a pivot. Okay. So excuse me. So this is actually like the 5th one. So we're allowed to look for any lower lows at this point already. So the 5th one, okay, and this is the first lower low, okay, after this 5th one. After this 5th higher high. So when this bar closed, we actually look at its low and its high to make sure we're not, it's not overextended and it's not like a huge high here or whatever. And we set this blue level here, which is exactly, well, in this case, it's 55%, right? So if I go ahead and just show you, so the Fibonacci is here, stretch like this. This is 50. But if I set this to, I hope this is not going to crash, okay? If I set this to 55, you will actually see that, oh my God, it's taking too much power, like this show info, okay? You see this is 55%, that's exactly the entry level. And the 10% before, and this is the 10% here, and the 10% here. So we take this range and the 10% for the stop and the profit is added. Okay. So here you go. The market actually traced back to this level here, which is, pretty expected. You see all these drops with an imbalance. Okay. And you see it's checking back. Sorry about that. Now, got filled, and here's your profit target. Okay. Let's look at a long trade, which is going to be the opposite of that. This one hit a stop. Okay. Which one? Maybe a better one. Anyway, this is not too bad. So let's see. We have the trend size. Now we're looking at a long. Okay, so we're looking at the market going down. Okay, and you can play around with this, because there isn't really a truth in this. So you can see that these lower lows, right, were occurring, and this is the first higher high. So when this bar closes, if you look at the data box, when this bar closed right here, we see this is the higher high is 1. Okay, so this is the first higher high after a series of lower lows. Okay, in this range here, you could see that we place a limit entry long here. 1 second. So when this bar closed, sorry. Okay, Yeah. You can actually see that you would even get a better entry price here, okay? Because this 55%, you actually get a better fill, in fact. Yeah, it's just the way Ninja executed, but your entry would have been actually, you know, right here. But nevertheless, okay, so the limit entry got filled, and here you go. Okay, so let's look at another example. So this one didn't work out, as you can see. Okay, they just hit the profit, never touching. So this didn't really even touch the limit here. Okay, so this was the fall, first pivot up after a series of lower lows, and a slight touch would have, you know, and we would have actually made some money here, but it didn't work out. Let's look at some more trades. This one did not work out. Okay, so a series of lower lows, the first higher high, entry, okay. Although this Ninja prints it here, the real entry would have been even better. Okay, so, and profit target hit. Okay, guys, I think enough for the concept. Feel free to come to the website and find the code. Okay, so just another nice trade right here. Okay, so as we can see, a series of lower lows, first higher high, drop down. Okay, and your entry, you know, would have been actually right here. It's much better.